So on the ground floor, we're opening up the entire floor and the basement for a commercial unit. And actually, now that we have planning permission, I can actually say who it is. We have signed an agreement with, and now that we have planning permission, we can refinance and have a much larger facility, a larger construction facility for the wider scheme. So that has now enabled us to, so up there guys, you can see we had to modify the scaffolding and open up the monoflex to allow the steel delivery. What's up guys? Welcome to this week's video. Today we are back at our Islington project, and it's been ages since we've done a video here, and that's because the project was on hold while we were waiting for our planning permission to come through. We finally received our permission on the 23rd of September, and we are back. As you can see behind me, we have a steel delivery. So we are back in action, baby. Let's go. Right, so just to recap for new viewers, this whole building is a commercial building that we're doing multiple things on. So on the ground floor, we're opening up the entire floor and the basement for a commercial unit. And actually, now that we have planning permission, I can actually say who it is. We have signed an agreement with Sainsbury's for a 20-year lease. Sainsbury's will be on the ground and basement, and then on the upper floors, we are doing a conversion from commercial to residential. So that's gonna give us 6 units. There'll be like studio units. On the upper level, we have, as part of the new planning permission, got a mansard conversion to allow a big 3-bedroom unit, 3-bedroom flat, with private amenity space. And on the back, we currently have a planning permission for 2 large 2-bedroom flats. So yeah, quite a bit of uplift on this site already. So we have funded this site with our own equity and development finance. So the original construction facility that we had on this was for the PD conversion element. So that's the conversion of the upper floors to residential. And that is how we acquired this site. But since then, we've done a fair bit of work. We've done a lot of the work for the conversion element of the residential units, commercial to resi units, the PD flats. I think we're up to almost up to second fix stage on those. And we've been working on other parts of this building too. So yeah, let's go up and show you guys some progress. Wow, I'm gonna type it. Cool, let's go. This whole part that we're standing in right now is gonna be part demolished, and this is where we're gonna be building our new build flats that we have got permission for. However, we might not be building that scheme out, and I'll explain in a bit. And this whole entire ground floor and to the rear is going to be the new Sainsbury's. So what we're doing now is focusing on the upper parts, and then we're going to kind of work our way down. And yeah, we're gonna go all the way to the top to show you guys what's going on up there, which is for the mansard edition. And that is basically what that entire steel delivery was for. Basically this. We can't actually access upstairs this way, so we'll have to go down this way. At the moment, we're in this metal container, which is eventually going to be demolished, but we're using it as a bit of storage at the moment. And what you can see here are all these beautiful moldings for the well, basically for the facade, around the windows and the top cornice elements. So yeah, these are all ready to be fitted. And so as we've got the scaffolding, we're making use of all of that time, and we've given the whole facade a refresh. And yeah, now it's time to put the moldings on. So these are going to go on soon. Right. So we received planning permission on the 23rd of September, and that was for the mansard, which provides a 3-bedroom flat with amenity space and 2 large 2-bedroom flats to the rear. So basically like an extension. So while we were waiting for that, the project kind of came to a hold. And now that we have planning permission, we can refinance and have a much larger facility, a larger construction facility for the wider scheme. So that has now enabled us to kickstart things again on site, and we can really progress with things. So as things stand, what we have on site, what we have permission for on site is 1 large commercial unit on the ground floor, the 6 conversion flats which are done under PD, so that's 6, and then we have a big 3-bedroom flat on the mansard and 2 2-bedroom flats to the rear. But we're not done there. 1 week after receiving our decision notice, we submitted a fresh new application for our larger scheme, which we know is going to get refused, and we are already preparing to go to appeal. And if we get that scheme approved, that's going to give us another additional 2 flats on top of the current scheme. So I think that will be in total 11 flats in total, plus the commercial. So yeah, really exciting times. Let's see what happens. But that will be a big uplift on the site and give us exactly what we wanted. And just to remind you guys, this is a scheme that we're going to be holding on to as part of the portfolio. So if we're able to get the entire scheme, the version of scheme that we actually want, then that should be a serious uplift on the site and amazing rental income as well. So fingers crossed. So up there, guys, you can see we had to modify the scaffolding and open up the monoflex to allow the steel delivery. And yeah, that's going to be closed up again to allow work to progress. So, but yeah, it's quite like a tight, delicate operation, but we've managed to get all the steels in now, so that's good. Actually, as we're here, just to remind viewers, yeah, last time we were here, the windows had just gone in, the new windows. These are high quality UPVC sash windows. Not the cheapest, but yeah, still like really great quality. And we've also restored the moldings around the windows and painted them a dark grey. So I think the building is really going to stand out. It's a corner plot on a busy junction. So yeah, I think it's going to look striking. Once all the scaffolding is off and the facade is fully restored, cleaned and everything, and all the moldings are in, I think it's going to look amazing. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to repaint because pigeons have got in and annihilated this whole job. So, but as you can see, even from this view, I think it's going to look really striking. It's really going to stand out. So let's carry on. This is the top of the building. At the moment, there's obviously going to be a mansard level above this, but set back. This is an example of where the molding will continue. Some of those molding bits that I showed you downstairs. This is like where we will be fitting some of those new pieces. And actually most of the rest of them are actually going to be above the commercial unit, so the transition between ground and first floor. So that bit we'll get onto a little bit later. So as you can see, guys, there's been lots going on. We restarted works about 2 weeks ago, and yeah, there's been a bit of progress. You can see that's the party wall over there. We've it's not fully finished yet, but you can start to see the shape of the mansard coming up, and this whole entire rear wall is going to come up to the same height. Over in the corner over there, there's amenity space, and then yeah, you can also start to see the steels have started to already go up as well. So that whole steel frame is going to look something like this. So as you can see over here, these two elements have just gone in. That entire rear wall is going to come up to this line, and on that side, the party wall is being extended up. It will look something like this. This whole rear bit is the actual scheme, the new scheme that we have just submitted for planning, which is going to be refused. But focusing on this part, this is the mansard design at the moment, and as you can see, that party wall is going to come up to this line here, and this entire rear wall is being extended up to the same height. And there's going to be some amenity space in the back over there. So yeah, it's all moving along. Our main focus at the moment is to get this mansard up, get this whole side of the building watertight, the main host building watertight, and then once that's all watertight, once all the facade work is done, we can take the scaffolding down on this side and then just focus everything on the commercial unit and to the rear as well. So our new application should be refused within the statutory time period, which is in a couple of weeks' time, I think. And as I mentioned before, we have already prepared the appeal, we're in the process of preparing the appeal. And yeah, so once we receive the decision notice, we'll spend a week or so analysing that and adding bits into the appeal. And hopefully by April next year, we should get a decision on the appeal. But in the meantime, there's plenty for us to get on with. Here you can see where this gaping big hole is where the steel was coming through. So that's why the brickies have sort of tapered it down just to allow the steels to come through. But yeah, in the next couple of days that will be done, like to the same height and level. And actually, the entire steel frame should be done in the next day or so. Yeah, just checking the quality of the brickwork. As you can see, this is the old wall and then this is the new wall. It's kind of a tough job because this old wall is all really wonky and, you know, all over the place, and then obviously the new brickwork comes on top and it's straight and neat and everything. But yeah, it is what it is. Right, so currently where we're standing and the wall that we're talking about is this sort of flank wall here, which is being extended up. And what we've done on the design with the approved scheme and this new scheme, the lift shaft and stair core will continue regardless. Doesn't matter which scheme it is. We've designed it in a way that we can at least build out this lift shaft and stair core all the way to the top, because that will serve the two flats in the current application approval and also the future flats in this design that you're looking at here. And the reason we kind of planned that in was because the new residential entrance is actually in this rear portion on the ground floor. So it was important for us to get that into that scheme, as well as the cycle and bin store as well. So that allows us to progress with the works to the rear, to the ground floor, to a certain point before we have to start building out the new flats. It just means that we're not wasting time. We are progressing and doing stuff, which is good. So guys, lots of progress finally on this site. We're hoping to see a lot more progress as well. Our plan is to try and get that whole mansard bit done by the end of this year to get it all fully watertight. Let's see if that happens, and also progress on other elements of the building too. Thanks for watching guys, that's the end of this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next one.